Boom, 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 boom. Welcome to the Awkward Convos with Beejus Podcast. This episode is brought to you by me because I ain't got no motherfucking sponsors on this episode. You feel me? But I do have a date for you. March 19th. Tuesday, March 19th will be this month live at 7th West. Again, March 19th will be this month live at 7th West. You're asking, what is 7th West? It's a comedy and music showcase that I put on with my good friend Langstyn Avery. We have fun. I'm over here trying to look up the address as I do this. But anyway, so it's a comedy and music showcase that me and Langstyn Avery put on. It's one half music, one half comedy, of course. It happens at 7th West, which is at, where is it? Come on. See, I changed my main thing, my main search engine to Bing away from Google. And I need to switch it back because fucking Google is the best. And I should know this. 7th West is at 12557 7th Street. But you should know that already. If you don't, you know it now. 7th West is at 12557 7th Street. So what we do, like I said, it's a comedy and music showcase, right? And we have a open mic and a happy hour that starts at 6 o'clock, goes till 7. After that, the showcase starts. And then after that, I DJ and have the dance floor smacking. It's a very, very fun time. God damn it. Turn my shit down. If you're looking for something to do, I highly suggest you come out and say hi to me and Langstyn Avery. Also say hi to the people that are performing and the bartenders, everybody that's at 7th West, because it's a fucking great time. So put it on your calendar right now because you got time. Tuesday, March 19th at 7th West in Oakland at 12557 7th Street. Okay? And now this episode is actually like a little after party that I had after the last 7th West. So a bunch of us afterwards, we didn't feel like going home. We felt like going and smoking and drinking. So we decided let's go back to Beejus' house and record a podcast. Why the fuck not? So this is featuring Langstyn Avery, Deja, his girlfriend, Stack, the Confessor, and Rico G. And we had a good time, good discussions, a lot of drunk shit. My fucking toilet started flooding while we were recording. There's a whole bunch of shit going on. Also make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube. This actually won't be on here because, I didn't record this video, but there's older episodes on video, and there's going to be the episode after this will be up. But make sure you just go and subscribe at youtube.com/awkwardfreespirit. And also, if you have not yet, hit the subscribe button on the audio, on the podcast portion. Also, go tell somebody about it. Word of mouth is everything. And I love you guys so, so much. So without further ado, sit your motherfucking ass down or stand up or do whatever the fuck you're doing, but enjoy the show. Yo, sit over there with your mic, bro. Lang Bang, what's happening?
Man,
you the only person with a mic in your hand.
Too blessed to stress, man. I'm alive right now.
Stack in the building.
Big Stack is in the building.
This podcast.
The 7-foot spitter.
Stack.
One Stack, though.
It actually not your first time. Your first time was at Hyro Day. But it is your first time with a proper at Beejus house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hell yeah.
We discussed how you sound like Lil Blood.
Turn yours on. You said what?
How you sound like Lil Blood.
You think I sound like Lil Blood?
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, but like with completely different subject matter, but that West
Stack.
Oakland
sound.
Yeah.
Word.
So we just now coming from live at 7th West.
Live at 7th West.
We got a good. Turn your mic on.
So you not here.
You're not here.
I'm here too. Confessor in the building, a.k.a. Cinnamon Dolce. You know what I'm saying? I just got done using that fantastic bathroom. I felt like I got assaulted at first. Then it started spraying my ass consistently and cleaning it. I feel like magically clean. Like, you don't have to take showers in the afternoon and shit. You just come home, use your bidet, and then go on with your shit.
A nigga call it a bidet. Gotta use that bidet.
At least a bidet.
Niggas.
Hey, no, we just coming from
Give me a
live
Versace.
Yeah, where the pocket size Versace?
What the hell?
The bidet.
Goddamn Crescent.
For the Dolce.
Yeah, we just finished up, wrapped up there, live at 7th West. Live at 7th West was pretty dope.
What y'all think of it tonight?
It was nice. I thought it was entertaining. I thought the timing was good too.
Crowd.
There was no like pause, like drop times.
I feel like the only thing we got to change is we still got to figure out how to get the crowd at the right moment.
We got to know how to get people there and then keep people there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because the headliner shouldn't be performing for less people than the open mic people. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense.
Facts.
So, but that shit it's always a fucking good time.
It's fun.
Like
and think about this, you got to come on time. You know what I mean? You got to come early.
It's like church.
Yeah.
Right. Choice.
If you miss the service, you miss the service. You know what I mean?
Right. That's real. Straight
But yeah,
up.
this is something that we've been working on since the Live at the Hatch days, and this is just something that we've been slowly building. The thing about 7th West, that 7th West is a humongous venue. So in order for us to like really feel like we packed that thing out, we're going to literally need to have at least 100, 150 in there.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
Which is definitely doable.
It's doable. Because the vision I have is that we keep it going. We incubate the event right now while it's winter time. Eventually the summertime is going to heat up. More people are going to want to be out and about. It's going to get warmer. We do a Live at 7th West outdoor edition.
Oh yeah.
And we have that under the Heart stage.
You should have a theme like swimsuit or something.
Pajama
Get
party.
inflatable pool.
Pajama jam. Or bring it up for that'd be live too.
Inflatable pool
Let me see. Mic check yours. Yours don't have
Deja's
on
in the building.
Come on.
Inflatable
Can you hear me?
I can.
Deja's in the building. Got a little feminine energy.
What's the female perspective on an inflatable pool?
A little feminine energy.
Inflatable pool.
Are they going to show up with the bikinis?
Yes. But the only thing that goes through my head is like this image of someone trying to do like what is it called? Like
where you slide.
Not cannonball, but like where
jumping
you,
off of
where you jump and you land on your stomach.
Oh, a belly flop.
Belly flop, yeah. But like a belly flop, but with tits. Like that's just all I see.
Hey,
Off the
High five. High five.
So like that's all I see.
She was like cannonball. Yeah, cannonball with tits. Hey, all right. You got us. Woo!
We in here,
It doesn't have to
baby.
be that big of a pool.
No, I think it should be like a little
small pool. That's what I see in my head. Yeah.
Or what if we just did imagine if we did like a
be-
hot ass day, like
it
it's
needs
super
to-
hot, and we just did like little kiddie pools.
Kiddie pool, foam pit, and the ball pit.
Ooh,
The ball pit. Get all
like it.
three
You know
of
what? A
those.
jumper. We need jumpers.
Jumper too.
Just get like a jumper.
Is
Like
that
the
legal?
inflatable
Can
jumpers?
adults play in jumpers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why maybe it happens?
Hey, maybe that you, big
Hold on,
That's
somebody.
7 foot, man.
It's always kids around, so adults are never in there, but they are.
No, I've been
We
to
want to,
parties. Hold
we just
on.
can't.
I've been to parties where there's like only for adults and they had jumpers and we was all in there just going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too good of an idea.
Listen,
jumpers,
I'm down for
that's
jumpers.
jumper,
But listen,
ball
with the
pit,
jumpers, we should
mini
just,
pool.
you know how they got like not just the jumpers, but they got like the little ones where it's like obstacle courses, but they're
Right,
inflatable
right,
obstacle
right,
courses.
right,
We need to
right.
have those shits and oil them bitches down. So we got oil on them.
Nah, niggas gonna die.
Yes,
Niggas-
exactly.
The female perspective said no oil.
The press you get, nigga. We like niggas died at this party. That shit was crazy.
Fuck fire guts,
Niggas died. One nigga slipped off the
broke his neck,
his
bro.
neck is snapped.
But he signed an NDA, so it was cool. They covered their ass, but that party promoter was lit. Shout out Beejus and Langstyn, West Oakland. I'm gonna become a West Oakland legend and not even be from West Oakland. They're gonna have a mural up for me.
Like XX Tension at 7th
Yeah, you only
West.
get the murals when you're dead, though, bro. So you don't want.
Nah, I'm gonna get my mural when I'm alive, bro. I'm
Straight
definitely gonna
up.
get my mural when I'm alive. I'm gonna
We're
talk.
supposed to have our shit painted in the hatch.
Let's work on that.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't know
work. All we gotta do is just figure out. Probably did some retarded shit. Oh, nothing.
What was on the computer?
No,
like I had opened the bottle and then like a splash of it into the pot. So I'm not rude. I cleaned it off.
Thank you.
it's all good. Damn, just call me out.
What's up, y'all?
Shit.
That boy, that Hangingtini working on that boy Ricky.
The Hangingtini.
What's in the Hangingtini?
How you make a Hangingtini for those who don't know, Stack?
You just pour Hennessy in the martini glass.
Yeah,
Make sure
Hangingtini.
you don't put anything else in it.
Listen. This is for
No
all.
water, no ice.
Nothing. Just this is for all of our sophisticated ratchetness. When you go to the club, and you wanna look classy, just go ahead and get you a Hangingtini. Hangingini is composed of a shot of Hennessy in a martini glass. Just tell them put it in a martini glass. Let me get a shot of Henny. Put it in a martini glass.
It filled so high that you spill it.
Really? You got this from the corner store?
Yep.
It's good?
That's how you got
That's
it.
everybody who got a microphone, finish the sentence.
Okay. You start.
I'm gonna start it, yeah.
Going
All right.
around.
One time, I got so high, I
Fell through the earth. And then I woke up and was like, damn, that shit was
Fucking insane. I should do it again.
you gotta lead it off. You gotta lead it off to him. You're just leading it off to the next person.
I should do it again. So then I called.
What the fuck? Is that what we're doing? Nigga, I wanted to tell him. I wanted to tell him about the time I got high. I was still thinking about high. I got some high stories, bro.
Actually, Brian lost that because he didn't even say nothing.
Yeah. I want to do this. I want to do this one though.
All right. What'd you leave off with?
You gotta start a new one.
start another one. Start a whole sentence.
Right.
It's so cold outside. It's colder than polar bear pussy. So I decided to roll up some weed so I can get
Just
high.
one sentence, bro. One sentence. God damn. This nigga be trying to tell the whole story.
Tell it for us.
A story of one sentence to lead to
And
the
then
next
Langstyn
sentence.
said, no, I'm just, go ahead, bro.
Come on, nigga. You can't leave me with that. You gotta start over, nigga. I don't even know what that was, nigga. It's commas. Period.
Run on.
Once upon a time in the hood of
West Oakland, and nigga got popped.
No, then you gotta start another one.
So wait, I gotta go from when he got popped?
Put the microphone to your lips.
yeah.
So after he got popped, he had to run to his friend's house.
His friend was in there, and when he ran to his friend's house, he walked in on his friend smashing his girl.
And when he walked in on that, he was like, I told y'all to just invite me, goddamn. And after that, his homie said,
Man, you gay as fuck, bro. I'm never gonna fuck your bitch in front of you, bro. I'm fucking that bitch by myself, dog. And then he said,
I can't believe this. My best friend and my girl is fucking and I wasn't even invited. I'm gonna leave my own house.
And not even really trip, because I just saved 15% on my car insurance.
Dave, just start a story. Start a story.
started, yeah.
Or you can end it. End the,
No, that was it. That was the end.
All right,
that was
all right,
the
say
end.
it though, and then start a new story. But you got to.
You got to say it in the mic, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, we caught it all on video, and I got him, like, her eating his ass.
That's what I said at the end.
You're dark. Maybe you shouldn't say anything else.
Blood.
That was dark.
You never catch a side nigga eating ass on video. Nigga.
You better watch out, Langstyn. Don't do nothing shady.
What you need, all right?
You'll start.
Whoa.
Hey,
Hey, wait, hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me get this.
What?
So, a girl was eating a nigga ass
Yeah.
on video?
On
Oh,
video.
video.
We got cameras in the house.
In the house.
Oh,
Hey, bro,
shit.
you can't smoke no wood in here though. Big wood, sorry.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah,
We
you
can roll a
yeah.
J though, bro.
Yeah.
Let's roll a J.
Anyway, yeah, you gonna start the story? Who is?
Before we start the story, can I just say one time I got so high, nigga, I thought my shoulder was gonna fall off. Right. And then another time, I forgot the other one. I'm hella high right now.
Right.
The other time I got so high, what happened?
You got high and you forgot.
What was like? All right, let's talk about like what was one of like the first times you got high and then you were like, you knew like, oh shit, like this is a new experience.
All right, so the very first time I got high, I want to tell mine first. I'm sorry, but my brother was a senior in high school and I was a freshman. I'm gonna make this as short as possible. He got me so high, bro. He hotboxed me in the middle. And nigga, I was so high, nigga, I sat in the middle seat of the car. I didn't sit on the left side or the right side in the back seat. I sat in the middle. And they both sat in the front. We hotboxed like 2 blunts. And you know, like when you're a senior in high school, like you got a little bitch on deck. So he was like, nigga, I gotta go. Right? So he just left me high in Alameda, bro. Oh, no. I got like 3 friends, bro. So I hit this girl and, I go to her house. Her dad's a cop, bro. But her dad's not there. Only her mom's there, bruh. So, like, I'm uncontrollably high, bruh. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, uncontrollably high, like, not even functioning, really. And I ate hella cookies, bruh. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of parents bake, but not in all no racist shit, but, like, white parents bake often, bro. Like, it's like a thing, bro. Like, my mom didn't bake hella cookies. Who mom baked hella cookies?
My mom baked hella cookies.
That's white. Because before I label it a thing, I don't want to be like, you know, like
my mom didn't bake all the time, but she baked every now and then.
Shit, my
mom made some cake, some motherfucking pie or shit. But my mom ain't bake hella cookies. I ain't gonna front. But anyway, she baked hella cookies. I smacked them shits, bruh. That's pretty much the story, bruh. Like, her mom never forgot me and never forgot that shit. And like, nigga, I made an ass of myself.
Damn.
Are we telling first time high stories? The first time that I remember getting super, super high, my friend at the time, like I was in high school, Sierra Washington, I'll never forget her. She smoked, like her whole family, like her dad smoked, and they smoked me out on my lunch break at school.
Shit.
Her dad, I was so fucking high. I was tweaking in my pre-cal class. Like, and this was like the day that he decided like, oh, like we're not going to do anything. We're just going to play video games. Like, this is the type of school that I went to. Like, they like put the projector down, had like the Nintendo and shit set up to like the screen. And like, I'm sitting in the class and I'm like hella tweaking on shit. And he's just like, so how are you doing? And I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, I'm hella focused right now on this fucking game. I got to beat him in Mario Kart.
And what grade was this?
I was like a junior or sophomore in high school. I wasn't a senior yet, but I was a junior or sophomore. I can't remember which year it was. But yeah, Sierra Washington, first time ever got smoked out.
My first time I was in Jamaica, 12 years old, bro. also wild shit. So our older, you said, how did I get to Jamaica?
Yeah, I mean, just like,
I was with my mom. I was with family. It was me and my older brother. And then, no, I think they can hear it, but, and so I was with my older brother and then my step brother at the time. So he got weed and, he's like 21, I think at the time, 21, 22. So he like older than us, but he's still young and a fucking dumbass. At 21, you a dumbass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Regardless. And so he thinking it's funny getting us high and shit. So we smoke, and then I remember like it was like some booth weed, you feel me? Cause I didn't get hella high.
But you felt funny.
But I felt away, you feel me? So then me and my brother at the time is in high school, so he at the age where like niggas gonna smoke, you feel me? You gonna experiment. So he like, yo, you know, mom told us don't leave the resort, but like, let's go buy some weed. Like we smoked some last night, let's go buy some. Cause my mom's was like, don't leave the resort cause niggas is gonna rob you out here. Like it's sick out here like that, you know? So we end up sneaking off to the resort and walking a couple blocks to, a flea market. And we walk into the flea market and, you know, I'm still like young, dumb, innocent Brandon. You feel me? I'm like 12 years old. My brother walks in, he's like kind of looks around. And then a dude kind of walks up to us like, oh, you know, what you guys looking for? Not on no weed, not no drug shit, but like just kind of, he knows that we're tourists or whatever. My brother's straight off like, yo, we trying to buy some weed. He's like, okay, come here. Like, come on. This motherfucker leads us to like the very back of the flea market. Like the last aisle, like all the way in the back. We walking back, sweating bullets, nigga, because we think we gonna get robbed. And at this point, it's just too late. We already got
trapped. Yeah.
We trapped. So we might as well at least risk it. We made it this far. We might as well keep going. So we get literally to like the very last stall, and homie disappears for a second, comes out, and like I didn't know what weed was, and like what
quantity,
exactly how big it was, but I remember we got a large amount. He came out with it, gave it to my brother. Brother gave him the money. Went back. They let me, my little ass, buy a wooden weed pipe on the resort. Like they were just selling them, you know. I just walked up, bought one. Nigga was in our room, nigga, just getting high as fuck. But it was one of the best experiences ever because with the resort, it was like an all-inclusive. So we got these wristbands, and it's like a big-ass resort with like 5-star restaurants, like hella shit. So any restaurant we could go and be like, okay, we show us our wristband, eat anything we want on the menu for free.
That's tight. So
and all we was just doing, we wasn't doing no activity. Nigga, we didn't parasail. We didn't snorkel. We didn't do shit. Nigga, all we was doing was getting high and eating food, blood, and just being like in the pool and shit.
That's tight.
That was a very good experience, man.
Especially for your first time.
Me in Mexico.
That's funny.
Man.
Stack.
What's your first time?
I was just reflecting on that.
I was like, no, now, as I think about this, cause I ain't really thought about this in real like detail in a couple of years. I'm like, this is damn near probably the reason why I love to travel so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I had that experience like at a young age and was meeting hella different people and you know, yeah.
Yeah, my first, I didn't even really get high until the 4th time I smoked.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. I was trying to smoke for years before I even like tried
you smoking them little ass blunts?
No, it was bowls, bro. Once another thing about white culture, bro, is that people smoke pipes, like only. Like we used to like roll up aluminum foil pipes and like smoke out of those instead of no one knew how to roll a joint, no one knew how to roll a blunt.
And crackhead shit.
That's like some real crackhead shit. It's not even a joke. I
don't roll up, nigga.
That's
we just smoke out of pipes.
Yeah, so it was the 4th time, and I was able to spend the night at someone's house, and so we smoked over there. And
let me see something. Yo. You fuck something up, but I can hear it now. Go ahead.
You hear it now?
Talk. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, don't touch nothing over here, bro.
Sorry.
Shit.
Now it's fucked up again. Hold on.
I'm trying to get this light up.
Okay, and I think it can still hear it, but it's just the headphones that's doing it. Okay, we good. Go ahead. My bad.
All right, for sure. So one of the things that happened, I just was coughing all over the person I was supposed to pass the pipe to. So every single time, because I was like, I'm gonna hold it in as long as I can this time. Right. So every single time, it was like by the time I passed it to the next guy, and he was like older than me too, I just like coughed on him, like big fat cough, you know, just like coughing. And that shit happened 3 or 4 times, and I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm high. And everyone's like, yeah, bro, you're high as fuck. And then I didn't really know. And then later that night, like one of the homies' eyes was glowing red when he was talking and shit. And then the other thing was, I ate like raw bacon. I like tried to microwave bacon. And I don't even.
You can do that though. You can microwave bacon.
Yeah, but it wasn't microwave. I didn't do. Yeah, exactly. Which is crazy. Now I haven't had meat for like 10 years. But the first time I got high, fucking raw bacon. Yeah, just like so hungry, don't know what's going on.
That's hella gross.
Yeah.
That's hella
old
funny.
School
bro.
high, bro.
Old school high.
Raw bacon?
That's hilarious.
I ain't never been that high.
That's some real. That's some real
I
high
think it was
shit, though.
raw at the time, but later people were like, "You ate raw bacon." I was like, "Damn, did I?"
But it didn't fuck you up though, right?
Not that.
Somebody survived the raw bacon.
I mean, he hit a fucking
he
grew 8 inches the next day. Other than that,
that was the other first thing. The first time I got high was when I grew. Yeah.
Yo, not to bust you out. Not to bust you out though. Have you always been like taller than everybody?
Relatively this tall.
relative. Well, not relative, but I mean like,
no, but I'm
so like
saying,
first grade, you were
Like in
taller than me.
relation to everyone else.
In relation, like we were all the same height, and I was still relatively this much taller.
I don't even know why that's so funny.
Yeah, like if we were like 4 feet tall, I would have been like,
You're like
4'6".
All right, when did
But so, hold on.
when were you 6 feet? When did you hit the 6 feet mark?
When did you start going?
But I broke the record at the hospital for the largest like natural delivery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was like from the gate, like
Fucking beginning of
always, yeah. And then, but I remember in 6th grade, I was 6'2". Yeah.
6th grade?
In 6th grade, I was 6'2".
Damn.
I remember, and in 2nd grade, I was 5'2", because I remember that because my teacher was 5'2".
Nigga.
You was 5'2" in the 2nd grade?
Hold on, in 9th grade, I was 5'2".
What? You're hella tall. That
I was short as fuck, but that like to know that it's 2nd grade, you could have beat me up, nigga, and I was 14. Hey, when's the first time you like beat somebody up like your height and your size?
I never really fully like just like whoop someone, but like usually just I only have to do like a little bit for people to usually get the point.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Mob, okay, mob, big mob.
So yeah, I'm happy with that, and I like diffusing shit too. Like you know, most of the time. But yeah, it's definitely like grade school. You had to like push people. I was a big pusher. I like
what you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, bro. Like you're like, bro, you don't want to do this. Nigga fly back hella feet like, oh shit. You know what? You're right. I don't want to do this.
Fuck this and fuck you.
I'm sorry, man. What's your name? I don't smoke you about later. I'm gonna see you.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Hey, would you get in the gloves with me?
You said what?
Would you get in the gloves with me?
Yeah,
you would.
For sure.
I would love to do
yeah.
that shit. That's what we talk.
Beejus,
I gotta be there for that. I wanna.
Can we still do the blindfold boxing?
He wants to do a blindfold boxing.
I'm thinking it's the greatest idea, dude. I think it'd be listen. Here's the idea, huh? It's the idea is there's gonna be a small ring.
I like to keep my blood cells, bro. I don't want to.
Listen, it's gonna be a small.
That's how you die.
Yeah, somebody really gonna
you think so?
hurt.
That's how you.
I was thinking that if we just have two people blindfolded, you have like one of those Jeepney guy fucking beepers on your chest, so you
know how close you can hear.
You can hear.
Oh shit!
You're blindfolded, but you can hear.
Bro, that sounds like some real sick shit, bro.
And y'all just sitting there.
The thing is,
cracking jokes the whole time.
That shit sounds like some real sick shit.
That's some sick shit. The thing
call it bird boxing.
Like, can you just imagine getting punched like
and not knowing it,
and not knowing it's coming? Yeah. You're gonna die, bro. Like not really.
Like niggas don't live because they breaking teeth.
Motherfuckers get like that CTE shit is real, my nigga. You get knocked out one time. You're
What's CTE?
CTE is I forgot what it stands for, but it's the shit that
Muhammad Ali got.
Like concussion. It's like a concussion protocol.
Yeah, things you get from concussions. It's like, you know, when you're like punch drunk. Yeah, that's CTE. Yeah, so any
punch drunk is not cool, bro.
Not at all. Any of that shit.
You ever got hit so hard you just.
No, punch drunk is like how, like, not Muhammad Ali because he had Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
Parkinson's, right. But just like
NFL players and shit.
But if you've ever seen any like older boxers or old NFL players that like they can't talk anymore. Like they talk like they're mentally retarded. You feel me? That's from CTE. Yeah.
How many people are on your live?
Not too many.
You're having that bitch on for about the last 30 minutes.
I'm trying to see if more people come up on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm popular. I don't give a fuck. I'm popular outside of Instagram.
Yeah, you can flush it.
Did you use that thing? Cause that shit is amazing. I never had my ass licked or nothing before. And that shit, I was like, I flinched and everything. I was like, oh my gosh.
Press stop. Don't stand here and talk.
Turn off these motherfuckers.
Beejus bidet is acting up.
Motherfuckers ain't visit other countries.
I think we should talk about like
the
first worst sex story you ever had. Cause I had a horrible one when I was in this group home.
Dude, this sounds a little too traumatic, dog.
But nah, yeah. Beejus.
They was flowing like there was water like gushing out of the toilet.
Beejus.
That's what I got too.
Oh yeah. Okay, we good then. Yeah.
So Beejus, I think we should talk about our first worst experience with a girl or with somebody you try to have
worst
sex.
experience with a girl.
Having sex basically.
Fuck.
But like, I'm gonna start off
wrong
With
at
a
first.
female?
Yeah, huh?
But with the female?
No, not with a female. It could be with a
I mean,
dude
we
or
can
whatever.
all talk about with
Yeah,
a female.
but no.
Okay,
no,
quick
shit,
flex.
Go
You feel me?
ahead.
Shit.
But anyway, I'm gonna start off
We
since I
can
didn't
talk
get to talk
about
about.
females only. Then.
No, we don't gotta
Quick
talk about
flex.
female only. But look at, I was in this group home one time in East Palo Alto,
Okay.
and there was this girl up the street, and she hung out with all the fine girls in the neighborhood. She wasn't all that fine, but she was the nastiest one, the one that get my
Usually how it
nasty.
goes.
So
She your kind of nasty, huh?
yeah, my kind of nasty for real. You know what I'm saying? That made her sexy as fuck. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Her family is was it Nicaraguan? And like, you know, they into voodoo and shit. And her mom, you know what I said.
Blew your face off.
You peoples. Okay? But her mom did voodoo and shit, but she respected me and loved me, and she said if anybody do anything bad to me, let her know, and she gonna throw some voodoo on them. So I'm like, cool. I'm invincible in East Palo Alto. I'm selling weed. I'm carrying guns. But anyway,
He was a hot boy.
yeah. So I'll go to her house, and she have a retarded brother
Oh God.
that's older than him, and her.
This sound like the stories we was telling earlier.
Yeah. So she had a retarded brother.
This sound like some story.
No, listen.
I know it's
Bro, you
real,
ain't even got your pants unzipped yet. You 5 minutes in the story. When'd you
Okay.
fuck her?
So look at, so she had a retarded brother and a little sister. So her mom wasn't at home and none of her older siblings was there. So she invited me over. So I'm like, cool, this is my moment. I'm about to get some pussy. So I go over there from the group home and I run over there. I'm so excited and shit. And so her, like I said, her retarded brother there and her little sister there, and they sitting on the couch and they waving at me as I'm walking to her room. I get to her room. We get to the nitty gritty. We getting ready to fuck, and we fucking. The pussy stank a little bit, but I ain't had no pussy like that because I'm just still young and I'm in a group home.
Right.
So I'm just taking what I can
Hey,
get.
when you young, stanky
Nigga,
pussy.
stank pussy is good pussy. Goddamn it.
Good pussy.
Yeah, so-
When you're young.
It didn't smell like no fish or
I
nothing.
ain't never been cool stank pussy.
It ain't never
If this
felt like
pussy
it
stank.
didn't
I
smell
only
like no
fucked her
fish or
once.
nothing.
I swear to God.
It was kind of a little musty. It was a little
Don't
musty.
talk over each other. It sounds horrible. I'm gonna listen to it through the
All
hard
right,
phone.
musty is different than stanky.
All right, well,
Nigga,
it's
musty is stanky. Nigga,
So look at-
Musty is
like musty.
yeah,
Musty's
nah,
like you
nah.
been like she been or
Listen, Jack. Let me just.
musty's
listen.
like you been in your pants all day.
Yeah.
and then stanky is like you got something wrong.
Yeah, like it's something wrong. It wasn't
You
nothing
can smell
wrong.
a tinge.
It was
You
nothing
can smell a
wrong.
little twinge.
Hey,
But it was
I'm gonna
musty.
stick with the first one. If a bitch pussy stink, I only fucked her once.
All right, well look it was musty.
He like, and
So-
I'm done.
Wait.
But it was
So you
good.
Still fucked.
Tried
Who, me?
to fuck.
Yeah, I still fucked. But I was young and nobody told me to do the test and everything, pour some gin on it or something. But anyways, so look it.
Nigga, if it's your 5th time in your life getting pussy, and
Yeah.
it's the pussy that's gonna fuck,
I'm like,
go hit,
yeah,
you gonna hit the all day pussy.
And you gonna
now.
brag about it too.
Right.
You gonna brag on that musty
You gonna
pussy.
smell it later, like, hey, come here.
Come here, little nigga.
already know,
Relax. Relax.
But look
Let me
it.
see it. Let me give you a handshake. Let me show you this new
But
handshake I showed
the
you.
stanky pussy wasn't the worst
Smell
part.
your fingers.
So the stanky pussy wasn't the worst part.
Oh God.
The worst part was her Nicaraguan daddy came over and this nigga came banging on her door. Hey, what you doing in there? Why the door locked? The door not usually locked. And her retarded brother, he sound mad and he ain't never heard him mad before. So he like, he just saying a whole bunch of shit. And I know he pointing his finger because that's all he know how to do is point. So I'm like, oh, this nigga pointing at the room. She got this closet door that have like blinds, you know, the blind closet door or whatever.
And then the retarded brother bust through the door like Kool-Aid, huh?
She,
Officer Duffy.
yeah, the shutters, the shutter blind, the shutter door. So she had a shutter door. She threw me in the closet and then she threw a robe on cause she was still naked. So her dad just burst into the door
Bro,
as
you
soon as
telling
she
the
unlocked.
story like the Mexican nigga from Ant-Man, bro.
Oh, well, see, Holmes, this how it be. But look it. So he run in there And she like, what you doing? And she like, I just got out of the shower. It don't smell like it. So, cause it smell like straight pussy in the room, bruh. So,
no.
she walk out of the room, she acting like she checking on her brother and her sister, and her brother in there still acting like he mad. He talking to her, and I can't understand what the fuck he's saying. But her dad like sniffing in the room, like he's sniffing. And I was like, I hope he don't smell the stanky pussy on my dick. So he walks over to the door and he can't see me. I'm pretty sure of it, but he smelled me. He smelled the pussy. So he opened the door and he moved the clothes. And as soon as he look at me, he bite his bottom lip and sock me in my chest. I'm like, sir.
How old are you at this time?
I'm like 13.
Oh, damn.
So I'm like, yes, dead in my chest. I'm like, sir. I'm a friend. She just told me to come in the closet because she wasn't supposed to have any company. I mean, we wasn't doing nothing. So I was like, call your wife or her mother. So they called and it was like, it was all good. That's a friend. He good. So he like, oh, I'm sorry for punching you and this and that. I was like, that's right. And I ran my ass back to that group home. But that was the most, yeah. I feel like R. Kelly and some more other shit. I know I hate to bring that nigga up, but it was like, that shit was weird. Like, I was trapped in the closet for a minute.
Yeah, that chapter in the closet shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
That shit was like 38 chapters.
38 chapters.
Shit was genius.
It's fucked up. We can't step in the name of love no more, bruh.
Who said you can't, bro? You can.
Wait. Hey, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Let's move on from this shit. I don't want to go down this road.
I do. Fuck it. No,
I don't want to. Yeah, shout out to Steppin' and all this.
Step, side to side. All right, that's it.
No, they gonna hate us after this. But nah, I feel like that nigga was hella disrespectful.
I don't want to talk about that nigga, blood. Let's move on. Even though I've joked and brought it back up. What's up? So, where y'all want to? What's the next place in the world y'all want to go to? If you could be snapped your fingers right now and you'd be transported there with an unlimited budget and in a month.
I say Dubai.
Dubai?
Why?
Africa.
I seen pictures, bruh, and from like when people showed me, and then also like the tourism and shit. Like it looked dope. It just looked dope. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, Africa. Dubai is like it's like a glorified Las Vegas, bruh.
Yeah.
It's really not the place to be.
Dubai is hot as fuck too.
Yeah.
It's expensive as shit.
Hot.
So it's like desert heat.
It's like 100 and some degrees.
Not like desert heat, nigga. Deserts get the heat from there.
To go to Africa for a whole month would be amazing.
Be fire.
Yeah. To spend a whole month there.
But see, I got the plug to go to Africa, and I've been stalling on that. I need to go.
Why haven't you gone?
Because my passport not here yet. Yeah.
I would go to I would be in Carnival, Trinidad Tobago Carnival right now. It's turning up right now.
When is Carnival?
Right now, happening right now. Trinidad Tobago.
Damn. Let's go there next year.
Booty butt naked.
I'm trying to go to Jamaica. I'm trying to go to Jamaica in April. I'm planning for that.
Next April. Or
this April. I'm going to Qatar this year for my sister's graduation. On the way back, we're thinking about going to Spain or maybe before.
And Qatar is where the World Cup's going to be
next year, 2020.
Right? You going to that? You going to try or what?
I'm going to try to. I had the plug because my mom's going to still be living out there, so we can stay at her house. So if anybody who's listening to this, man, fuck all y'all who listen. Anybody in this room, if we got a
that would be
we got a big ass house in Qatar, bro. Like our house in Qatar is nuts, bro. And my mom would be more than welcome to have a group.
I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all niggas privileged niggas in here though. Y'all
there's nothing wrong with that though.
No,
it ain't.
But
it kind of is.
In the summer, right?
Your mamas and shit.
I'm privileged as fuck, bro. I'll admit to it, bro.
But we are privileged in our own right, bro. Grass ain't greener on the other side, big doggy.
Not at all.
There's privilege and then there's access. So
I got access, bro.
For example,
different.
His access to Qatar would be where you consider privilege. Me, I'm not coming from having access to Qatar, but I worked for whatever money it may be to get a flight to that place. So there's a difference between privilege and access.
Everybody privileged, bro.
Yeah. It just comes from what you kind of
It just depends on how you use your privilege and what access you gain from you. You know what I mean? I'm privileged to know a fuck ton of people, and that's only because I've spoken to a fuck ton of people.
Right.
It ain't like I was just
left your impact on.
That's my impact on being from Oakland to California, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers want to be out here.
Hey, wait! Don't cross talk. I can hear y'all. It's all good.
What'd you say?
Yeah, what'd you say? Something about
I
Oakland?
feel privileged though for being from California though, because traveling and being around other places taught me that a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't got what we got in Oakland.
No, we don't. Oakland has something very unique to offer to the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then again, like, if you lived in Oakland your whole life and then you pick up and go across the fucking ocean and you sit down, you would be shit out of luck. You feel me?
Yeah, not really.
No, I'm saying like, if you go into a country we don't know no other language, you never experienced no other food, you never experienced no other culture outside of Oakland, California, you would be uncomfortable. You would be at an uncomfortable
Hell
position.
no, but Drake started his own language.
I am somebody that's done that. I wasn't uncomfortable.
Bro, you just said you went to Jamaica when you was 12.
But I'm saying, like, going to Jamaica.
No, I was telling him that if you just if only thing you knew was this, you know what I mean? Then you didn't try.
But I still don't agree though. This is going to be coming from somebody that grew up in Oakland and the bias of it. But growing up in a place like this, you interact with so many different cultures and so many different types of people.
And it's rich.
That when you go to other places, you already are used to like having to coexist with other mindsets, cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I was talking to. You said, well, accustomed to other cultures, right?
But we can find ways easy to adapt out here. From you being from the Bay Area, you can go and learn how to adapt.
Right, but a lot of people, like more middle America, it's literally just like black and white. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's all like, a lot of people got to deal with. So then it's like, oh, nigga, I'm game goofy anywhere I go because all I know is this shit. I don't know, like, I maybe know the Mexicans because they fucking work behind the kitchen, but I don't know them. I don't interact with them at all. And you know what I'm saying? So but that's, like I say, it's my bias because I've only grown up here. I didn't grow up in another state.
I was more so making the point that
I think just being anywhere.
And not traveling is going to have you only viewing life from a certain narrow point of view. Definitely. You know what I mean? And then once you start traveling, either if it's traveling in the United States, because there's so many subcultures in what we call quote unquote American culture. So there's so many subcultures. So American culture can be East Coast, you know what I mean, in Atlanta, doing some shit in Atlanta, and also American culture can be Portland growing some craft beer because it's America. If it's made in America, that's part of American culture. Definitely. American culture is also hunting in Montana as well as it is going to Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Like that's all under American culture.
But see, what I keep in mind too when I travel is that I have no comfortability when I travel because I don't want to come back the same person. You know what I'm saying? You got, you were saying, you got to be able to have good communication skills so you can be able to bridge your thinking. If you're not being social with people that you can't even communicate with, then you ain't never going to learn nothing. That's why it's like you can't have comfortability or be comfortable when you go somewhere else that you definitely ain't never been to.
No, that's real.
You definitely have to interact with the locals.
Right.
And what's cool about traveling is like you realize how much is your environment and how much is you. Mm-hmm. You know, when you leave your environment, you see what parts of it stay with you and what parts of it.
It's an ashtray right here, right?
Yeah.
We should put it in the middle. Just try not to ash on the carpet.
Fucking shining new carpet.
Shout out to the carpet, man.
Sometimes people think that like certain things are them, and then you take them out of the hood, and they change to a completely different person. You know,
right.
Like yo, son. Like when I'm out here, son, I don't even want to smoke niggas no more, B. I just want to write in my journal, B.
Honestly,
look at these butterflies.
It is
butterflies,
like
beautiful, B.
I'm a military kid, so I've grown up in, like, when I say grown up, I've gone through major parts of, like, your life in different parts of the world, like, different parts of this country. So
right.
I was born in Texas, grew up on the East Coast until I was 10 years old. Then
East Coast where?
Like, Virginia.
Okay.
East Coast. Then, like, right on the beach. Then moved to Tennessee.
Privileged
then
ass.
Shut up.
right on the beach.
It's not privilege if you live on a base, and then it's like, yeah, I mean, the kids were rich, but that's not me.
Okay, you're digging yourself a hole. Okay, I wasn't privileged. I just live on the beach. All my friends were rich, but you know.
And so was I.
I went to high school in Texas, went to college in Houston to like move to Oakland when I'm in my 20s. I've just moved around the complete U.S. all throughout my life. So every little part has taken like a part of who I am. So there is no like, oh, like I'm from this one part, or this is one part where I'm just like, okay, like I am Virginia till I die, or I'm Texas till I die. Like I've moved around so much and taken so much from so many different cultures, and then traveled so much that like every little part is becoming like who I am in my 20s and things like that, especially when you're like in your younger 20s, when you're shaping who you are going to become, like becoming to be in a way, I guess. So it's kind of like you can't just say like you can be from one place and then not assimilate or try to take cultures from other places when you haven't been to those other places. Everything makes you kind of who you are depending on what you travel to.
That's why it's kind of hard when people ask me like, where you from? I at this point I tell people Earth, bro. I just be like, bro, I'm from Earth, bro, because I've literally got influences from all across the world, you know what I mean? And living in all across the United States growing up, and then traveling as an adult, like, bro, we have similar connections to people in like Colombia. Like you go to Thailand, you're going to run into people that have like similar connections. Right, definitely. You know, it's like, and just to have that feeling, you be like, damn, bro, like, and especially me being an Earth sign, bro, like I be feeling like I'm just from Earth, bro. Like I don't want to divide this land up. I can tell you where I was born, but I don't know shit about the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm from West Oakland.
Where'd you spend the majority of your time, though?
It was really it was split up. So, like ages 1 to 10, it was split up between Indiana, Wisconsin, and DC.
Oh damn! So really hella places.
So that was first 10 years, and then 11 to 18, Houston. Right. That's where I went to middle school and high school. Like so for a long time, I was like, I'm from Houston.
And I feel like you are Houston. You are from Houston because that's like when you got your nuts in Houston. Yeah, you feel me?
I lost my virginity in Houston.
Right, exactly. Like
Houston is where it's at for you.
Right.
Like West Oakland is where it's at for me.
But I ain't got no fucking property out there, so I don't, you know what I mean? I don't claim that shit. Like,
no, that's true.
I don't claim, like, here's my thing. Unless I got some land or if I don't own a block or I don't own a house up there, I can't claim that shit. Right, how you claiming a block that somebody else own?
Right.
Like,
that's 1,000.
You feel me? Like, I don't claim that shit, bro. That's somebody else on that block. It's not my block, bro. You rent a house on this block. How you this ain't your block?
You don't even clean up on the street.
Yeah, you gotta have ownership. If we gonna be from somewhere, be proud of where you from. Have ownership. Have something set up like a little community center where you giving back to the youth or something like that. You know what I mean? That's how you can say you from somewhere.
Right. Niggas we should all just buy a commune somewhere hella random just so we can say we from there.
Yeah.
And then, we own land here, nigga. We from here. Nigga, what you gonna say,
what
nigga?
You gonna say? Or my bloodline from there. What you gonna say?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So
you know my colonizer plan?
Who is it?
I want to have a baby in each continent besides Antarctica because I don't think nobody will live out there.
Yeah.
Every continent.
That's 7.
You said what?
7 kids?
7 kids.
That's 6.
Well,
you already got one.
I already got
6.
no
6 more
besides Antarctica, so that's 5.
So 5 more.
Right, that's 5 kids. But I want them.
A lot of
Hold on, but listen though, hold on. I'm not even done. I want to change my last name to something that I come up with my own self.
Beautiful.
Right? Father a kid in each continent. Have them grow up there with that culture. Literally in that culture.
The Beejus.
The Beejus.
The beautiful.
And in 1,000 years.
1,000?
You feel me? It's going to be just how my last name is Robinson. There's going to be people in the world 1,000 years from now that's going to have the last name that I create.
What is that last name?
I don't know.
Beejus.
You don't want to say it. Someone might take. Well, how fucked it would be if you said your name on the show and someone took me like, hey.
Somebody rich is going to take my idea. That's okay. I don't care.
No, they got to fuck a chick from every continent. Though. That's the hard part.
I said somebody rich. That's easy. Think if I was rich, bitch, my shit would have happened 12 years ago. Shit, nigga.
That's tight.
Yeah. I can only do it if I'm rich. I don't want to like not be in my children's life.
You gotta be able to support them.
I might do this when I'm 70, my nigga, but it's gonna happen. You said what? Oh, exactly. Like,
where you going? I gotta go to Spain. Got my son got a fucking flute recital.
Exactly.
I'm done there. Gotta go over to Kenya. My son got a soccer match.
Straight up,
it's like, I'm there for it all.
Real legacy.
That's tight though.
Full-time dad.
Full-time.
I was thinking about changing my last name
to what?
Worldwide.
Langstyn Avery.
Worldwide.
You gotta say it like that.
You gotta pause.
Worldwide. If somebody don't say it, he don't respond ever.
Like, Mr. Worldwide.
Oh,
right.
This is not. I'm not Pitbull. I am Mr. Worldwide.
I feel like men can always change their last names to whatever they want, but it's like when it comes to like a female, if you try to drop your last name, it comes off as disrespectful.
What I would want
I think that's crazy.
On some real world shit. If when I marry a girl, like I want that we can decide on what
choose our last name.
But I mean, from the
that's why you ain't married now.
Like,
trying to marry a girl.
For example, me myself, I would love to just drop my last name and just go by my last name is like Pinckney, right?
But you can though. There's nothing wrong with that.
Legally, right? But it's like a whole process to go through.
For us too. It's
and change it, or like just to drop it and
just
have no last name.
It's like what was that?
Flicking off the 0 people on his live.
Hey, nigga, I got so many now, it just say live. You know?
Okay.
You've never been there before.
Hold on. Keep on that same thought.
Are you going to change it or just drop it?
So if a female wants to just drop their last name and just go by like their...
And what law? Where are you getting this information?
I'm saying the complex process that it goes through for you to just drop your last name and not claim another name. Like, I've looked into it. It's so like, so what are you going to replace your last name with? And it's just like, oh, I can't just...
Worldwide.
No, like, that becomes like a whole, like, marriage thing. Like, if I just want to be who I am as Deja Dene, why do I have to be Deja Dene Pinckney? Like...
And it is...
Deja Dene.
Why do I have to be Deja Dene? Like, I can just be Deja Dene. Like,
but then you could just be Deja Dene. But you just add another
like
Dene.
It's a whole thing. Like, they will not let you without having like a surname.
You could just move your middle name to your
So how did Beyonce do it?
Beyonce Giselle Knowles
No,
Carter.
I'm just joking because we all call it our first name.
Don't bring Beyonce into this.
Yeah, are you from Houston too?
Yes, I am.
Shit hella long too, though.
I love Beyonce. And fucking Mr. Carter too. Yeah, I'm not trying to scheme on your bitch, Jay-Z, man.
Now there's Sean and there's Sir, so there's options.
Yeah, I got.
So wait, you looked into dropping your last name
for sure, and they won't let you not have a surname. Like if you're on your birth certificate, it says your first name, your middle name, or whatever. Right. You can't have like a missing surname. You have to claim something as your surname.
You don't want my last name?
We're not talking about that right now.
Trying to figure it out.
But I'm talking about like me as a person. Like,
do you want my last name?
No, I'm being.
Oh, you said no? Okay.
I'm not,
bro, I think he's proposing on the podcast.
Right there.
Pull the ring. Take 2 knees, nigga. Take out a ring in the fanny pack. 2 of them niggas. Take 2 knees.
Right now.
He got a ring in the fanny pack.
This is all for the podcast.
He got a ring in the fanny pack.
I've been waiting for this moment.
He pulled out a sucker ring.
Look at this. He pulls out a ring.
Throwing up blood.
If that nigga pull out a ring, I'm gonna shed 1 tear on my left eye.
I bet you he pulled out a ring, Pop. I bet you.
Nelson Turner.
This nigga pulled out a coupon to Sizzlers.
Okay.
They don't even got Sizzlers. Do they got Sizzlers anymore?
Listen. Listen.
Is that a crutch?
Listen.
It's a coupon.
Listen.
All right, look, I'm putting your finger. We're gonna smoke your finger after. We're smoking to the end.
Listen.
Langston, I'm not playing with you right now.
I just wanted to take a knee for the injustice of black people.
Okay, then. So bullshit.
You finna sleep on the couch, nigga.
Tonight.
My bad, cause I started that shit. Actually, damn. I got
Felipe
you some couch
won't even
time.
sleep with you on the couch if
It's
I'm in the
all
bed.
Nigga said I got you some couch.
I done fucked around and got you some couch time, my nigga. My bad. ain't even what I was trying to do, bro.
Hey, look, is Felipe the friend?
Rico
Felipe is
G.
our dog.
I know that. I keep forgetting the shit though.
Rico
that was
G
they son.
secretly one of the funniest niggas alive. Bro.
Yeah.
Secretly though, on secret. That
It's not
nigga,
even really secret. I feel like it's just like
not because you really know him. That's what I mean. Low key, one of the funniest niggas on this earth, bro.
he hits his little punches.
I just be taking it real easy.
Little punches.
All he doing it. Just be taking it real easy.
Ah, shit.
Let's talk about something that we've done this year in 2019 already that we're proud of. What's something you've done so far that you're proud of this year?
I directed my first music video.
Hey! Give it up for BJ!
Co-directed.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's still tight though.
Right.
Stack, what's something you did this year that you're proud of?
You get back to me. Let me think.
All right, go ahead, Brian.
The year or two, it's still early. It's still early. It's all good. You feel me?
I did like 10 comedy shows where I got paid at.
Nice. That's what's up.
Hey, snap.
Damn.
What's up, Rico? Holla at
Something
me.
you proud of?
I was about to say YB and it made me think about that shit earlier.
It was like Oscar Grant. YB.
Hold on, so look, you gotta explain what did.
So earlier I had an event and I had a time where I was like, we're going to call the ancestors and those who have fallen, our fallen soldiers who aren't able to make it here today. And so we got a very serious moment and we're all serious with our heads
quiet,
down.
their hands down.
Eyes closed, just thinking about
grandmother name.
Yeah, people saying their grandma, dead aunties, dead siblings.
I called out Pimp
Oscar
C.
Grant.
He's like
Pimp C.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Shabazz Mall. You ever?
Right.
This nigga Beejus out of nowhere talking about
All the names.
YB. I was like, oh,
Niggas, don't forget it's a comedy show. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. How serious it is. Nigga, if I can't be funny at a comedy show,
It ain't a comedy show.
you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, nigga.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna always break the nigga.
I know I need to get better at. I need to get better at like getting material together before I go on stage. Nigga, I be up there rambling, nigga.
But you be talking about shit though, and I listen to you. I know some motherfuckers that ramble. You don't be rambling.
Bro, I feel like I be up there with no construct of a joke.
You don't ramble. The thing is, you're
naturally funny.
Right, you're naturally funny, but you are a genius at just getting people to engage. Exactly.
He be like, look,
you know
nigga,
what I'm saying? No matter
if you
what.
like your mama, nigga, if you love your mama, clap. Everybody be looking around like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I love my mama, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
I love my mama. Look at you, nigga hard.
I think that's a good one though.
Bro, I always try to say things that everybody has to agree with. So I always say shit like I've always been thinking about it. I'd be like, yo, if you in the building and you are alive, if you're alive right now,
right, make a fucking noise.
Nigga, you breathing?
If we're gonna talk about the show, me and Christian, the security guard at 7th West tonight, we were dying because I can't think of her name right now, and I'm really no. I can't think of her name. It was Auntie
with the blue.
Nicole Love.
She was
Shout
on
out Nicole
stage,
Love.
right? She was killing it. It was so fucking funny. And she started talking about Caucasians and getting her reparations. That a whole table of white people got up at the same time. And they left. Like, they all stood up. And I was like, Christian, bro, I was like, they about to leave. Right. And he was just like, no, they not gonna leave at the same time. That's too obvious. They all just single file left out the door. And me and him were laughing so hard because I was just like, you guys just made that so obvious, and you just kind of called yourself out because you can't sit through this set, and that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Did you say that? You said that to him?
No, like as they were walking out. No, of course not.
I was about to say, I love you if you did. I was like, marry her right now, nigga.
That shit is funny.
Get the crutch back up.
Get the crutch back up. Nigga, for real. Like,
Pick the crutch.
That's a solid one. It's like, sit
Dave,
your ass.
what's something you did this year that you're proud of?
Something I did this year is that
Rico didn't go either, though.
Yeah, you skipped
I need some time to think.
No, Rico need time to think.
Nigga, come on.
I'm struggling.
You been making
Well,
beats or something, nigga? Shit.
I've kind of been like slashing my goals already for 2019. So I wanted to travel a lot more, and me and Langstyn, we got a hookup with an airlines. So I've already been to Vegas, and then I went to Cabo with my best friend, which was like a fucking movie. Honestly, it was a whole.
We're not going to talk
movie.
about that.
We're not going to talk about
podcast, guys.
And then,
nah, we ain't doing that, Jack. Slow your roll, motherfucker.
I did what you want me to do.
That shit was a short film, nigga. It wasn't the whole movie. Goddamn.
Did what you asked me now. That shit was a short film. We never talk about it.
It was a B movie that comes on Showtime at 12.
Independently filmed, nigga. It was that show.
That was in a third world country. You said nobody else would hear about it.
They said your shit went straight to Lifetime.
Lifetime
She
movie.
went-
Stop talking over each other though, for
She
real.
went straight to Netflix. Don't play me. Anyways, I've been to Vegas. I've been to Cabo. And then not only that, like work wise, I started like my visual training at my job, which is what I wanted to do this year. Well, really what like I moved out to the Bay to do anyway. So it's kind of like, that's really cool. Plus I started school at, the Academy of Arts University in the city. So that's something that I wanted to do.
Round
this
of
year.
applause
So
sound effect.
it's only February.
As y'all know, man, I do everything. No, I'm joking. I've been busy.
It's your boy Lang Bang.
I've been busy as a motherfucker,
at
man.
Lang Bang.
Nah. This is Lang Bang, at King Lang Bang. If you want to send me something on Cash App, $ King Lang Bang. I always put my Cash App out there now. Fuck Instagram. Yeah. But
that's some real shit. I need to do the same.
You just change them to $ at King Lang.
And I've done a lot there. I mean, I think one of the most proudest moments I was able to do this year was probably honestly like giving my grandma some flowers, dog. Like that shit was like, it was heavy on me.
Well, she
you know
lives
what I
in
mean?
DC.
She lived in DC, and I was able to go to.
beautiful.
I was able to go to DC, and that was the other cool part. I got my first like where somebody. It wasn't my first time, but it was like for work where somebody paid for me to go just speak at a conference. So they flew me out to DC, and I spoke maybe total time like 10 minutes
About what?
just about like restaurant equity, about how I came from working in restaurants where we literally were making $2.13 an hour, which is literally working for free. The $2.13 was used to pay your taxes. So basically you work for free and you make 100% of your money off of tips.
Right.
So I just coming from that, working there in Texas and Louisiana, to eventually getting a job serving in California, and then climbing the ladder in California to currently being assistant general manager. Just giving that perspective for people, you know what I mean? Because those people from all across the Americas that was working there. So some people, some people worked at, lower tip wages, and some people didn't. And there was all type of jobs. So anyways, they flew me out there, and got a chance to speak to some congressmen and things like that about it, and just to kind of raise the awareness. Where right now we're fighting to get minimum wage raised to state minimum wage across the board, regardless of what state you lived in. But anyways, from that, I was able to take advantage of time, because my dad and my grandma live out there. And so I was able to see my grandma and see my dad. And it wasn't that much time, but the time spent was very impactful.
That's tight.
And
That's
so
good. I'm
yeah.
glad you had that experience.
Yeah, it was tight, man. I gave my grandma flowers, nigga. So I'm when I left, bro, I literally told her, grandma, my heart is full. I'm glad I got to see you. I'm glad I got to spend time with you. Gave me this wet ass kiss. I appreciate it.
Hey, when he said that shit on stage, I was dying. I was dying, bro.
Hell yeah, grandma's lips be moist,
Grandmas
nigga.
give wet kisses. Why grandmas give wet kisses?
I don't know.
It's full of love.
Hey, my grandma didn't give me no wet kisses. I love my grandma too. I used to paint her toenails and shit.
That's tight.
Hey, nigga, I ain't gonna front, bruh. When I was a little ass kid, I rubbed my grandma's feet one time. I'll never forget that shit, bro.
For real?
With some baby oil.
That's tight.
And my grandma was she had shit going on, so she really needed that shit. And I didn't even know what I did at the time. But looking back, that was some real nigga shit on the low.
That's tight.
Rubber feet, you feel me? Rubber feet.
I wouldn't mind rubbing my mom's feet. I know how hard
if
she
you
works.
really love her rubber feet.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Oh shit!
Question from the woman's perspective. Everybody got to answer with honesty.
This is a question. No, for real, because so we were just talking about how you feel like you've been accomplishing whatever that you want to do in 2019, right? What have you done in 2019? How do you feel in 2019? Like, how do you feel like you've accomplished, not just on paper that you can write down? How do you feel like what you've accomplished spiritually, mentally?
I feel the best I've felt in a long time on some real shit.
I agree.
I feel the best that I felt in a very, very long time.
Me
That's
too.
the best way I can say it, yeah.
You feel like there's like a shift from last year to this year?
Yeah, I guess in a sense. I don't ever really break it down like that, but yeah.
That's good. Stack?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I also feel, and I've noticed other people feeling the same way, which I don't know if that comes from us just like hitting rock bottom and being like, fuck it, or is it really happening, or does it matter? You know, like whether there is a shift. Because, you know, because I feel people feel that way regardless, but no, but it does feel nice. And it's cool to remind yourself of, I don't know, just like how you used to feel, you know, like way back in the day before shit gets all complicated. And like kind of come back to that and just realize that you are like really enjoying your life.
Good.
It's important to remember that shit.
Yeah, especially when, you know, you don't want to feel like you appreciate your life. It's good to try to see the small things that you can definitely appreciate.
Yeah. It's all about the small things.
Yeah.
Because
life is a collection of small things, bro.
Right.
Also, I could say the same thing too, but I could put some onto it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I came a long way from 2018. You know what I'm saying? A long way. I came a long way from 2017, but like I've been growing rapidly, and it's because I've been wanting to, and I want it. You know, and it's like with that, I moved to Chicago. Had nothing but the clothes on my back, got a job and stuff, working and things, but also being somewhere that I'm not used to, the way the people are, the politics, and everything in Chicago based off politics, and it's snow out there, and it gets
cold.
Hella cold.
I ain't been, but I know I've heard about it though.
Yeah, it's colder than polar bear pussy outside, and it's like it ain't no joke. But people out there hustling, they still surviving, they doing things.
Do you think a polar bear's pussy really be cold?
I think so. I think
that shit is probably warm as hell. Under all that fur.
It's not fur in the pussy.
You get some polar bear pussy.
What about when they get wet?
She be like, yo, get this.
All mammals are warm-blooded animals.
All mammals.
But at the same time, like,
what about penguin pussy? That shit sounds cold. That sounds cold.
It's all warm.
Penguin's pussy supposed to be cold.
Like, I can imagine penguin pussy being like cold, like fresh out the cold water, bro. Like, cause penguin dick can't be that big, so it can't even be that deep, you know? So like, you only getting like a little bit in there, and the rest is just cold
You gotta
outside.
change the joke to cold as a penguin pussy.
Yeah, exactly. You go with the penguin pussy.
The penguin pussy.
Hey, that's some real shit though. You gotta change it to the penguin pussy.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to
That's
the
a real
penguin
bar
pussy.
for you, bro.
But anyway, it's
my God.
2018 was like, it was something else. And I was hella emotional and shit. But like 2019, I'm like this whole new person. And it's just because I've been trying to work on myself. A lot of things that we go through in life, it really started with self. You know what I'm saying? You work on yourself, you be able to better work and deal with other people or better understand the next person. And it's like, once you really figure out who you are or what you want to be and what you want to thrive to be, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing stopping you. And it's like, it's nothing but glory and you know, blessings.
Glory.
You know
to Jesus Christ.
But wait, I ain't done.
Jesus Christ. I know you ain't done, but you just rambling, bro.
I ain't rambling. I'm telling some truth.
Just have to take a moment in the middle.
Give thanks.
I really want
He might be getting a lot off his chest that he feel like
he's saying a lot.
Yeah, and I ain't never been like this, but I've been a hoe this year. Like starting off, I've been straight hoe.
Such a fucking hoe. I love it. I didn't look yet, bro. We gonna look after this, bro.
But you lost your pen?
I've been going through some things.
Oh,
I'm going through some things. Here, it's all good.
It's all good.
Going through some things.
Rico, how's your 2019 been?
All right, so nigga, I feel like with Mario, when you catch a star,
All right, new drink,
nigga, and you just running through shit, nigga. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm really running through shit, but I feel like I gotta find some better shit to run through. I gotta change the scenery. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
I realized like I can run through, now that I can run through shit, let me like find some new shit to run through. So that's really how I feel. And then I just feel like, I feel like it could all happen.
Yeah, it's all
that's like basically, that sums it up. Like
that shit tastes good.
It could all happen. Yeah, that's that shit. Yeah.
She tastes like pink lemonade.
Yeah. Holla at your boy, B.
So listen.
But yeah, that's it.
I'm on this. I've changed my mindset like 2 years ago, right?
What's that?
Where I stopped like expecting shit from other people, right? And I only expect the best out of myself. So from that, I also reevaluate like the whole God concept. You know what I mean? Like, who do you pray to? And it's like, why do you pray to this person?
Oh,
like,
shit.
What do they give back to you?
We finna get in trouble.
We ain't getting in trouble. About to get honest. So I'll be honest with you. I started praying to black women.
Okay.
Just in the sense of like, in the energy of black women. I'm serious. I'm so serious. I call my
sweet baby Deja. Straight I need to make it through the day. I was just trying to make this money and see the world.
Real. You joking, but I'm
sweet
serious,
baby Deja.
I call my mom God,
real.
bro. I literally talk to my mom and say, "What's up, God?" She literally created me. You feel me?
Right,
She took it.
That's some real shit.
She literally, like, when I was in darkness inside of her womb and came into light, bro, into the this like portal was her vagina,
said, "Let
bro.
there be light, bro."
Yeah, when my mom was like, "Let there be light," bro. Like that's when I saw the light. You feel me? And
that's
like,
some real shit.
And so like my mom, when she fed me, all the shit that they say God does for you in the Bible, bro. My mom has done that shit for me. You feel me? So in my perspective, God has to be a black woman. So and from that, I try to treat her, or try to at least enlighten her to make her think she is a God herself. Like, you can do anything. You can create anything. You can literally create another human. That's the crazy part.
Which is very true. I mean,
My mom didn't
women are the like bro.
If you don't want to consider women, I 100% believe that God is a woman. If you don't want to believe that God is a woman, the closest thing on earth to God is a woman.
Is a woman.
Because we can create life. We can also end life within ourselves by not medical procedures, by simply just not taking care of ourselves. We can end a life. So that is where like the mindset needs to change, where people kind of like, treat females in that situation. Like,
people treat black women like shit, bro.
Yeah. And
like society treats black women like shit, bro.
I
That's
feel
really
like
fucked up. And that's really fucked up. And we glorify, I mean, we like, honestly, white men like dominate majority of businesses, majority of politics, majority of the upper, you know what I mean? But they also are responsible for like some of the most corrupt shit that's going on in this world. They're also behind some of the most corrupt behaviors in this world. I feel like black women like just need that much more attention. And I'm not saying it in a sense
you give them the attention. We give them the attention, right?
Some of us. Sure. I'm just saying it needs to be more of a collective effort. And we need to elevate those women into more leader positions.
Yeah.
Because if we got those women in position and they start making, decisions behind empathy and behind compassion, some things that a lot of white men don't have.
Just straight up.
Shit will start getting better. It's not just looking from one.
You know how fucking empathy, bro.
You know how
it's really not just even like the empathy part. It's the fact that like how Langstyn have said before, behind every like powerful man is a woman, and the reason for that is pillow talk and relationship conversations is the most powerful thing. Like, do people really think that Barack Obama, did or came up with every single idea he had? I'm sure Michelle Obama had not even like more than 50% with that. Do you know?
And that's why she's still around.
But a woman always, like, if you're in a real committed relationship, like a real good relationship, your life is powered up. You know what I'm saying? Like
I leveled up when I got with Deja.
Right, exactly. Your whole life gets like organized and just more, everything.
Women
I leveled
who don't
the fuck
have
up.
to go through. Sorry, like, I'm really not trying to offend anybody, but just imagine the power that like a woman can do if they don't have to go through a man to get things done. Yeah. Just imagine like Michelle Obama as president. What We would probably never have to reelect another person just because of like.
Nah, everybody got their flaws.
I just feel their flaws, but I'm saying like
get some dirt on Michelle.
So, but like, I got something to say.
Dirt on Michelle.
I don't know.
The only thing is what
But
Malaya smokes weed.
Hey, the thing is, no dirt doesn't matter now. That's out the window.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
All right, but look at
it's about what your character. It's about what you do. It's about what your empathy is.
Just look who the president is now.
Exactly.
Right.
Look what we went from to look where we're at now is completely
That's fucking nuts.
disgusting.
But look at the same time, I have a lot to say what you talking about this whole topic right now.
Oh shit!
No, for real though, because I took this tantra sex circle, and then like, at one point in time, I had problems with women because my own personal reasons. But I learned that this is a woman's world. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So at the end of the day, though, a lot of women have a sharp mind and a sharp or big ego to a point to where a man thinks that this is a woman's or is a man's world, but it's really not. But a woman is so big enough to be like, okay, you can think it's a man's world, that's all right. But women's been practicing that and going by that so long, they actually gave their power away to men. Y'all actually still had the power. Y'all had the balls been in your court the whole time, because honestly, men go to work for the honey. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why men get up and wash their ass in the morning is for women. So at the end of the day,
I wash my ass even when I'm in a drought.
But you want to
have no bitches on deck.
A woman gonna come and tell you your ass thing.
What he's trying to say is that
I get it though.
Yeah.
I get it.
Hey, what he's saying is, I might get some pussy today.
so I might wash my ass.
Shower. I might fall into some pussy.
Bro, I could wake up knowing I ain't gonna get no pussy. I'm still gonna wash my ass.
Of course.
That's how you avoid depression.
It's just
I wash my ass before I jack off.
That's a secret. Hey, but that's the secret. That's how to avoid depression. Wash your ass. They said that the other night. One girl said that. That's some real ass shit, bro. Just take care of yourself.
Who doesn't take a shower though?
Some people go days.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's like a direct connection to like
Depression.
Yeah, people who are not mentally well.
All right, let's play another game real quick.
Oh shit!
Round table game. Real short answers.
This is how we're gonna end it.
How
we're
short? End it with this. Just end it. Yeah, end it however you want.
No, we end it with this. After we're done with this, well, go ahead. What is it?
Oh, for real?
Short question. Short question,
short answer.
Yeah. How have you impacted your community for the better?
Ooh.
Oh shit. God damn.
Short answers?
Short answer. You know, don't ramble with it. You know what I mean? Just you don't gotta be one word, but you can give an example. I want an example.
An example.
An example of something you've done to benefit your community for the better.
Ooh.
Let me start off while y'all thinking.
No,
B just wants to start.
I've impacted my community by being my total self and projecting that to the world. You know what I'm saying? And showing just a different side of the area that I grew up in. You know,
dope.
And projecting that and making it in a thing, right? Yeah.
Dope.
A respectable thing, you know.
One way that I think I positively impacted my community is like once I got into a position in which I was able to hire people at my restaurant. Nigga, I only hired people that I fucked with. You feel me? Like people who I knew could get the job done, but also want to give people a chance, like who might not have worked in a restaurant before, and just to help groom them and shit like that. So I think that was pretty. Just to be able to employ people. Or not even employ people, but just to offer people a job in our community. I think that's pretty big, basic. Because I think at the bottom line, we need more capital. Everybody needs more capital. You know what I mean? So employment is beneficial.
I think it's a short answer. Just started rambling.
It was short.
That was
question,
short,
not
He
short
said,
answer.
look, my brother, when I went from A to B, I went from B to C, and we made it happen all the way to D. My nigga, goddamn.
Probably, I would say in the the small community that I have, at least since I've moved here, I would say the most that I've impacted is either showing them other cultures from where I come from and changing their mindset on that, compared to as well as like traveling to other people's eyes that have primarily stayed on the West Coast or in the States in general. So opening that kind of mindset.
Rico.
Man, I ain't did shit, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I don't even want to hype it up, bro.
I rambled through my shit. I didn't have nothing to say. I'm just
I
like,
can't think
I'm
of
gonna
one
say
thing.
something though.
Nah,
I stayed me.
I pulled that out my ass like a motherfucker.
Nigga, I stayed myself the whole time.
The whole time.
And then he was looking at Stack. It was a thing. It was a thing, nigga. Exactly what the fuck it was, nigga.
But to keep it 1,000 though, that's what I was gonna say.
What was it, Stack?
Help me.
You were there.
Help
You were
me.
there. Help you, nigga.
But that's what I was gonna say, bro. When you said that shit, it reminded me the only thing I really have did is showing people like you could be like a really wide range of a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I project something into the future?
Just
Can I just manifest something real quick?
What's up?
It better be some dope shit.
It's gonna be dope, bro. Yo, in the first week of May or March, we gotta let's do March. First week of March, bro. Sometime let's bring back dodgeball, bro.
Yeah,
I'll invest in the balls, all that shit.
Me too, because I owe you some balls to the face.
It's getting the people. I think that shit would be live on the fucking.
You think it's gonna be? The weather should be good by then.
Yeah. Right? I'm saying like when the weather starts warming back.
Yeah, nigga, bring it back, because I owe a ball to your face.
Yeah, you ain't
straight up. I've been doing push-ups this year and last year,
nigga.
But I'm saying, cause I had to get this nigga through a ball in my face. Like 3 years ago. It's not serious.
Hey, stop.
He was throwing balls in women's face.
Yo, you're cross-talking. You're cross-talking.
You talking about dodgeball.
Cross-faded. We're
cross-faded. So, cross-faded. You're right. Exactly. Let's do it. I'm cool. I'm with it.
I think it'll be cool just even if we installed like some form of a like stretching kind of like fitness awareness part at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like even a yoga class, so people can stretch.
Probably should do it after.
I would say before, just so people can stretch. And then
I know, but stretch after, because after you use your muscles and shit, you should probably stretch them after.
I say stretch before,
but you can't stretch a cold muscle if you really know.
Yeah.
But they should have ran there.
Oh, that's,
okay, now we're asking for
a lot. But
I mean, we was
that
all.
nigga said,
But even
that nigga said, "Hey, nigga, shut up.
Saying.
We talking about dodgeball."
No, niggas was really
Niggas was trying to run away from that ass whooping.
Cross talking.
I'm just saying, let's bring that
I'm
back.
listening. I can hear it in the headphones. That's why I can tell that it sounds like shit.
Funny outside.
I think
like nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. We talking about
dodgeball. Real ass shit over here.
Nigga. You ain't seen the movie, bro? Goddamn.
But even if we came up with, if we made it like competitive in some way.
We do the. I'm saying. I think we do the dodgeball and the
capture the flag.
The capture the flag, because that capture the flag was hella fun too.
Yeah, we can do that again. I remember all the rules.
Yeah, that shit was lit, bro.
They're online.
No, he came up with it.
No, it was some different shit.
It was different using the
not the original
the
capture
court.
the flag. We still had the jails. We still.
Don't reveal our secrets.
Yeah, but you feel me though? I think let's bring that back. I think that'd be something to kind of like start promoting for.
Yeah,
just like on some like just to hype it up and shit.
We just gotta get it to where we know it's gonna be hot weather. And like we start at the end of March or something. But I'm going away in April. And you going away too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just do it like
summer.
in May.
Cool. We're going every month.
Just do one before though, so niggas look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? To the second one.
Yeah.
Maybe we do a pop-up for the video.
I just got a lot of shit going on.
Same, bro. Niggas be asking me to like hop on hella shit, and I'm at that point now. I'm so happy I can do it. I'm like, bro, I don't have time. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have the time.
Bro,
right
Poncho was like, "Can you be there on the 8th?" And I was like, "I don't know if I'm be in town, but sure."
Yeah. All right, everybody, wrap it up. Finish up.
What
are you doing for your community?
Oh yeah, mine is just, man, I've been leading by example and helping people out, like what Langstyn been doing, trying to give people opportunity and bring wealth to people's pockets. Cause I'm a grown ass man, and as a grown ass man, building relationships with people, you gotta build relationships that's beneficial for both people, both parties. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been working on, making fruitful relationships with people.
That's what's up.
Fruitful.
Dude, for me, it's really, I don't know, I think they're just trying to inspire people. It's like people know you can like really just like do it and not like be a sucker. You know, you can really just go out there.
Don't be a sucker.
Yeah, you know, it's like a lot of people just like giving up already. Like whether here, there, like wherever you go, man, people have given up. If you just remember people to keep fighting or remind them, you know, I think just like that should just keep that spirit alive.
Right.
You from West Oakland now, nigga. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't from Kansas.
That's what y'all don't know what it's like to like grow up without a home. Or like, yeah, like military kids where you grow up, not where you were born, not where you were raised. Like
you're a military kid too?
Yeah, my dad's in the Air Force. That's why I'd be like, I came here without a home, so yeah, I am from here. Like, motherfucking try to take it or whatever, but.
Then I push him.
You know, nobody gonna try you, so shut the fuck up.
Get away from me.
Bro, I just imagine you pushing somebody like some shit in Dragon Ball Z, nigga. It's like, this is and he just shoots off, nigga. Just.
I feel like a good fighting technique for you, Stack, is you just hug the fuck out of somebody. Like you just wrap them up and just grip them.
I got a better one for you. You just stick your arms out and spin around in a circle, nigga, and just try to hit them like that.
Oh, way helicopter niggas.
Boo, boo, right. You're right. Yeah.
Watch out.
Chop off.
Final words, Beejus.
Travel more. If you have the right of way, take it. Cause I be hating, nigga, when I should, like.
Just in life though, not even traffic though.
Exactly. I say it a lot though, like, but it just in life, but in traffic. Cause that should be pissing me off. I'll be walking or like on my bike is when it really pisses me off. Cause I can see the cars. Like I know that you got the right of way. So I'll slow down enough. You know what I'm saying? That if you go, then I can just roll
go behind
past.
you.
And because you stop now.
Too.
That's where it be fucking happening.
You gotta know that you have the right of way in Berkeley.
Bruh,
like.
and I just be like, I have to break, and then they'll end up going. I'm like, now I gotta like start up. I was already, you know.
People situations.
Bruh, I hate that shit.
With the car.
But in life, if you got the right of way, take that shit. You got the whole, even if you ain't got the whole, like in a fucking, running back, nigga, you still gonna mash through that line. You feel me?
Right.
If you got the right of way, take
Stack,
that.
final words. What you got?
Does we all do it? Does he just do it?
He just did.
It's your podcast.
I don't know. We're done.
All right, that's
nice.
it.
Yeah,
that was nice. I like that. Take the right away in life.
Everybody out there, I love you so much. Thank you to everybody for being on tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Beejus.
Everybody out there, smoke more weed, do more CBD,
More Hangingtinis.
Man, eat more pussy, man. That's
eat more
what I'm
pussy,
saying. Yes.
all that shit. You feel me?
Everyone.
Yeah, it's nectar. Get that nectar. In your
Grow
life.
facial hair is fertilizer. You know what I'm saying?
Get
Some of
that
y'all got
nectar.
peach fuzz.
See, now this nigga got to fucking all. I'm about to. This nigga always got to do some such shit, no matter what. Every time, he got to make sure he sneak in just a subtle bit of some such shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Some subtle sussness.
Right, exactly. Subtle sussness. All right. Thank you to everybody that was here. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Don't forget, go subscribe to the YouTube at youtube.com/awkwardfreespirit. Go tell somebody about this podcast, and I love you guys so very much. Bye-bye.